headed to Southwest Homestead in order to, pick some stuff up and do a drop off to the land. And depending on how I feel, I may do some more dragging, because like I said, there's still a lot of clearing to do. I know Leatherman 47 is doing some truck maintenance right now, so got to get the truck running before you could do anything. So a man had pulled up while I was in my truck getting ready to pull off, and so what he says is, I guess he's moving from a different RV park, and we just had a discussion about how much cost the RV parks are increasing. And he was paying $400 a month for 5 years there, and then it jumped from $400 to, he told me, $800 and something a month plus utilities and electric meter. Based on looking at him, his trailer, and his phone, he's a very frugal man. He's 78. He got a flip phone, y'all. No internet, none of that type of stuff. He seems very frugal. So he's trying to make his retirement money and stuff like that last. So I get it. He's in a 15-footer. And he was just talking about how expensive where he just is. So he, asked me information about the RV park we're currently at. And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not going to name the park. Duh. But, our monthly right now is about $600 and something a month. I guess to me, everything is much cheaper because I come from Illinois. And anybody who's familiar with or know Illinois is expensive for no damn reason. No reason. Like here, I can see you got mountains. It's pretty, and I will admit the people are nicer as far as outside of Albuquerque. It's even nice people in Albuquerque, depending on where you at. But the people are nicer and everything else like that. So so far I don't regret it. I'll just put it that way. And it is cheaper to live here. Still, but I am learning also around here that there are some RV parks that are still kind of reasonable, but these are places where somebody might have a little bit of land and they created a couple of spaces, which I'm gonna be honest, it's really crossed my mind something like that to do, because the further ever since getting out here, I'm saying that it seems like the RV industry is bigger here than it is anywhere. I'm saying like this region. So anyway, we're on our way to Southwest Homestead. Go ahead and do a little pickup and drop off, and just stay tuned to see what goes down in this video. Alright, YouTube, made this little Southwest Homestead. Brother right there. I know you ain't seen him in a while, right? What's been happening? Everybody out here been getting a little sick. As you can see, the clan is out making a mess, making noise, talking trash. Well, we're gonna take a look at the Kangles, and then we're gonna head to the property. Well, look what hatched. Baby chickens. Almost stepped on them. Wow. So how many total? Just them two hatched? And they the black ones.
He hatched them.
The turkey hatched them?
Yeah, turkey did.
So the turkey hatched the chicken eggs. Ain't that something? But they look like they don't know who to follow. Samson! Mac, why y'all look depressed? Look at her. There you go. Oh, here she is. You just sitting right here by the gate, huh? Hey, Mackie. Mackie. Look at him. How y'all been? Oh, so he was able to put the goats over there but separate them? I mean, sheep.
Yeah.
This Mac right here, y'all. That's Delilah. She's bigger than him, believe it or not. They come from the same litter. Y'all know Samson, aka Red, the biggest one of them all. Do you see the paws on him? He's gonna be a big boy. He's gonna be a big boy. This This is nice though. They got more area to run around, and they got chickens in here with them, so it's pretty cool. They're getting used to them. Definitely getting used to them. So he separated the boy and the girl?
Yeah, we put Passover on one side, and then the girls in the middle, and then Willie right here.
Oh, you moved Willie?
We moved on Rebecca out of the living room. He was by himself now.
That's the creeper. I call him the creeper. Okay, so I see Willie with the chickens. Willie definitely needs to get sheared. I see they was enjoying watermelon.
Rebecca's pregnant.
Well, she not ramming her, so I guess she recognized she pregnant. And leave her alone. And she not flipping out. You know, last time when we moved them, she was losing her mind, and so was he. So I suggested, you know, put him where she can at least like see him. They got crap all up in here. There they go. There they go. There they go arguing for nothing. She said she tired of her peeing and crapping in her place.
This right here.
Really?
Yeah.
Use a man now, bruh. You have to suck it up. Yeah, they're gonna look like Willie. Man. Still got more to tear down though, huh? Oh, is he out of food? What are you doing?
Nah,
Well, there you have it. I had to separate Passover from his sister because he already trying to mount her. Now, I don't know how early or how old sheep can be to be able to do the business. Put down in the comments if you have any idea, but it's pretty interesting. I know the first time when he tried to do it, they were flipping out, acting crazy. So it's a good thing to see now that they're a little bit better, you know, they're okay. But we're gonna go ahead, jump in the ride, head to the land, do a drop off, you know, maybe do some dragging while we wait for Leatherman 47 to come. And then today on the agenda, we wanted to do some land planning. So as I drag the other acre, we basically want to sit and figure out where things is gonna go, right? Where we're gonna build his room, where we're gonna put the main houses. We want to get started on the barn. I know y'all like, is y'all gonna ever finish that shed? I don't know. We started one project and then we got interested in another. The fence is definitely priority. And then of course building that first shed, because we, you know, did it from scratch, really know what we was doing, had plans. In that process we learned a lot. So it's a whole bunch of different things that we probably want to try. So stay tuned. There's gonna be a lot of scattered projects. On the way to the land. This is one of the most beautiful drives, y'all. Check this out. Let me tell you something. I couldn't. Just driving home every day is gonna be beautiful. You know what I mean? No traffic, really. Pretty gorgeous. Just wanted to show that. It's worth it, y'all. It's worth it. One day I'm gonna take one of these roads to go down in there and check out some of these other areas. I can see some structures, a bunch of tires and different things, to see if I can meet more off-grid folks. forgot my gloves at Little Southwest Homestead. So guess it's time to toughen up the palms because it's got to be done. So I'm gonna go ahead and empty the pallets out of my truck. Probably do a quick walk around, and then I think what I'm gonna do until Leatherman 47 gets here is I'm gonna continue dragging. Then I'm gonna show you what I dragged last time we were here, because I noticed that I didn't really put at the end of the video the results of what everything looked like. So real quick, let's empty these pallets out of the truck, and then I'm gonna go ahead and walk the land and then show you guys what's going on and how much I got done last video. All right, so still ain't got no energy, but I'm gonna push. Whatever this is kicking my seminal ass. All right. Something I want to get out the car here, since I left my gloves. Right. Really smart me. I'm gonna get, while I walk the land, I'm gonna get my boom boom, because you never can be too safe. All right, here we go. So let's talk about what I dragged so far. So I did a couple of laps around this section of the property already, just to, as you can see, there's a bush there in the middle. I haven't touched it yet. That's gonna be next, probably today. But I hit a lap around the areas that I already did, just to start to get back to evening it out. And as you can see, I pulled up more grass, because you can see the line where the grass is starting to grow in and where it's not, which, I'm gonna be honest, the fact that grass is growing out here is beautiful. And the fact how green it is starting to get right now is beautiful. Even though it's a desert, I know the monsoon gonna bring some real beauty also. But so then I started to get this side of the other acre, and I began working on this acre. So walking the land, only hit maybe a lap or two, so that's why I still look a little beat up. But usually once I go over it about maybe 2 or 3 times is when it begins to look like this and look like what you've been seeing. And then the stumps that won't come out, like the big ones, like the ones that you're seeing here, let me go further. It's typically that's when we grab the shovel and then we begin to do more work, right? And that's when I get out with the shovel and I start to dig these up. So that's where, as I say, the real calorie burn comes in. Walking around the land looking, you can kind of start to see places where, when it is monsoon season or when it rains, where it kind of holds the most water. It's pretty interesting to kind of notice, which I'm kind of glad, because then that's what's going to also take a big it's going to be a big factor in how we're going to design, how we're going to lay buildings and barns and different things that like that out. And one of the things I started seeing people do, especially living out in the desert, is when they do plant trees or when they're dealing with trees, I noticed they would create, I believe they call it a swell or something around the trees and stuff, so that way they will hold more water when they do get water. You don't have to water them as often. So we have been studying up stuff like that. But so far, I just did one big circle coming all the way around to the intersection over here. We're walking to now. It's beautiful out here. Created like a little intersection. I mean, of course, I've been doing that just to hit some laps, but eventually I plan to hit all of this as I circle around to get rid of all of that. And then as far as the fence go, I'm not gonna get super close to the fence, so there will be sage and, you know, brush there, because I don't want to have a chance of, you know, hitting our posts and making any damage. And then too, you know, we want to keep some of the sage. It smells good, but also to give our sheep and other livestock something to munch on and to eat. And I'm gonna be honest, I think sage is a beautiful desert landscaping plant. I think it's gorgeous. Like, look at it, it's beautiful to me. Look at that. Beautiful, and it smells good. And we're gonna look up to see, because we do want an apothecary, eventually work our way getting that kind of thing. And so we're gonna learn the properties and see what sage actually can and can't do, right? What it's good for and not good for. And I know there's different types of sages, right? So we're gonna make sure we do a nice, good, deep research. Then I want to walk this way. While we were doing the fence, you know, me being me, I planted some tree seeds that I know probably not going to take, due to the fact that, you know, nobody's been out here to consistently water. But man, y'all, this sand is so soft. Like, here, I'm gonna show y'all this. Look at this. Look how soft this sand is. You like sink into it. You see that? Really, really soft. Definitely reminds you of a beach. But then other parts of the property, you know, especially once we started using the auger, it's more clay-like. So different type of soils here. But either way, I'm seeing a lot of things that can grow here. Some of my neighbors have trees, different type of trees, including pine trees, right? So they let me know that stuff can grow here. And then there's some people in Arizona, parts of Arizona, this climate is just like this, and they got grapefruit trees. So I know it's possible. Yes, it'll be a little bit more work. Every landscape and landscape kind has its pros and cons, we know, but the indigenous and our forefathers lived here, man. They made it. So it could be done. It could be done. But y'all know what? I don't even know where I even planted the tree. I have absolutely no idea. Well, I don't remember. If it comes up, it comes up. If not, it is what it is. The bigger priority is definitely to continue with clearing the land and getting some stuff done. So, plus, hopefully to start to keep snakes away as long as we remain super active here. It's beautiful out here. So, you know what? Let's hook up the dragger. Let's just do some laps. Let's just get going. Let's just do it. Alright, so here we go. Hooking up the dragger. almost lost my camera. Clipped it on the front of the truck. You know, try to get a shot of how it looked from the front. Dragging. Man, I get out to look to check, this joint was gone. So I had to walk my path just to see if I can find it. I'll tell you what. DJI Action 4. Durable as shit. This is a very durable camera. I thought for sure, I'm like, oh, I done smashed it. It's finished. Nope. All good. So back to the Dragon. I need to come through here with the shovel. So this is what I meant by after you come through with the drag, you gotta get out and hit it with the shovel. And that's these real difficult ones that don't want to come out like this one. Like that. No matter how much you drag over it, it don't really, you know, it's a homemade drag, so it don't really pull them up. The weaker ones get pulled out. These big, thick, strong ones, you got to come back through with the shovel, which will work out for me because I need to burn some fat. So we're gonna do some more laps, and then it's time for some shovel work. Whew. All right, the wind is picking up, and it's even more dusty now that I got rid of the sage. I'm gonna show y'all how much progress I made. First, I'm gonna get ready to unhook the drag. And then I want to try to shovel all of this from out in front of the drag. And then I'm gonna go and start shoveling and pulling out roots in the areas that I just got done dragging, because once I start dragging over it again, it'll start to level it out. But it's gonna remain bumpy until I get rid of the sage roots, until I pull the roots out that's causing the kind of like the hump in the sand. So let's unhook this first. We're gonna go ahead and use the shovel and dig out the stuff that's in front of the drag, and then we'll just spend the rest of the day getting some shovel work in. Leatherman 47 said he's on his way, so until then we're gonna keep working and keep pushing. So as you can see, had to put me shades on so the stuff can stop getting in my eye. But so you remember where we started off today, right? I pulled up, I had the camera more over here, and remember we were facing the pallets. So here's the pallets that I brought from Southwest Homestead, right? 3 on top of there now. Remember, oof, look at that wind. It said the wind was gonna pick up about this time, so it's definitely windy. But remember, it was a lot of sage here. Now it's not so much. So all of this you see that's still sticking up, I have to dig out with the shovel. I gotta dig it out with the shovel. And the same with all of this you see over here. I have to dig this out with the shovel. So then, you know, all of these you see here, I know it's a lot of work, but I could use the exercise. All right. Whew. It's quite a workout. That's what I needed. But I ain't done. So, my mouth getting dry as shit out here. It's dry out here, y'all. So what I did was, I just dug them up out of the roots. Laid them out here. And then once I go back around dragging, the dragger kind of picks all of that up anyway, and it'll kind of start to smoothen it out. It's dragging. All right, I'm tired. I'm doing the digging. Still ain't fully recovered yet, so I get tired quick. But I'm gonna keep at it. I think what I'm gonna do, y'all, I'm gonna mess with this shed. I'm gonna mess with it. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna go ahead and record. Stay tuned. Hi YouTube. I had to let the camera charge, but while the camera was charging, more work got done. Leatherman 47 popped in.
What's going on, y'all?
Already getting started on the barn build, as you can see. Doing a quick pallet barn. He went ahead and knocked out some maintenance on his truck. You know, went ahead and did a lot of, changed the belt and a bunch of other stuff, and then still made time to come out here. So I'm gonna record a little bit of getting to work, and then we gotta call it early today because we got other plans. All right, y'all, wrapping up for the day. Get out of here, get cleaned up. And that's it for the day, YouTube. Time to head back to the RV. Hey, like, share, subscribe, follow, put in the comments, are we too all over the place? Are we moving along just right? There it is, the start of the barn. Let's throw up something quick, because we're ready to start getting stuff over here. Can't wait.